Hi besties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Julia, and on this channel I talk about how to make money, save money, invest money by managing and multiplying your money through investing. So you're in your 20s, right? This video is for you. I'm not saying that if you're not in your 20s you should not listen. No. What I'm trying to say is that if you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, you have someone in 20s, either a daughter, son, a cousin, nephew, niece, or someone you love or you mentor or anyone around you that should definitely see this video. These are things that a lot of people wish that they knew or they did in their 20s. So a quick story. A couple of weeks ago, I had a clarity session with someone who just turned 62 years old. All right. So in that session, he told me so many things that he wished that he had done differently. So I kind of wrote them down to share with you. So the first thing he told me is that he wished he knew how to build wealth. One. He wished, secondly, that he had managed his health better. The third thing he told me is that he wished he spent more time with his family. Like he wished there was some way he made some money so he could spend more quality time with his family. And then the final thing that he shared with me is that he wished that he was able to put money out every year or every month. And now that he has retired, he hasn't been able to access money from the government. He would have been living off those particular investments. And because he knew nothing about all these things, he's regretting and struggling at this point in time. And this is why I am doing this video. I actually want you to learn some of these mistakes and be able to avoid them, because it doesn't make sense that you know about these mistakes and you make same mistakes. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you 5 things that you should know as mistakes you can avoid in your 20s. Why am I saying this? When you're in your 20s, it is one of the most transformative years of your life. So today I'm going to share these 5 mistakes. Why am I doing that? Because they would help you, they will save you from making same mistakes. And because I love you too much, you are my bestie. That's why I'm sharing this information with you. I want you to learn the right way to go about these things so you don't make these financial mistakes. So you don't end up like the man who said he wished and he wished and he wished. So let's get started. The first mistake I want you to avoid in your 20s is using money as a yardstick instead of a tool for building wealth. Using money as a yardstick. So, a lot of times when we're in our 20s and we are trying to make some money, the only thing in our head is the lifestyle. Where do I want to visit? Which car do I buy? Which house should I live in? What do I show off? The hair I want to buy? All those things. They are good, but most of them do not have any future value. So if you're not investing the money and putting it out as a tool for building your wealth, that money you're making will end up at some point you would start telling stories like 2 years ago I had access to 5 million. I just didn't know how the money disappeared or what happened with the money. Those kind of stories. There are so many things that we do that have no future value. Trust me when I say that. Along the line, you will start wondering what was the essence of the whole competition, the whole trying to prove a point, trying to impress somebody. And most times, these people do not need impressing. And we have spent a lot of time doing all those things. So you don't need to measure success by what car am I driving. Start thinking of what can I do that will build wealth for me. Because this is one of the times that self-development will count for you. When you're in your 20s, you can afford to make some mistakes. You have time. You can regain, you can replace. But when you're in your 30s, late 30s, 40s, 50s, you cannot afford to make mistakes because you are running against time already. Any small thing you do will land you into more mistakes. But when you're in your 20s, you have time ahead of you. You can do things when they are still way cheaper than struggling in your 30s, your 40s, and your 50s. So the first point is do not use money as a tool or yardstick. Just use it as a tool for building wealth. If you do that in your 20s, you have time to build wealth and you can accumulate a lot that will afford you to live any kind of life. Let's talk about the second mistake, okay? You should avoid in your 20s. Please stop making your health a side hustle. Yeah, that's how it sounds. Stop making your health a second thing, like something that doesn't matter. Your health is your most valuable asset. When I ask people, what asset do you have? People start thinking of gold, money, all those things. But the first and the most valuable asset you have is life and health. Your health is so important. The reason is that you need to start looking after yourself. You need you for your next 40 years. You need you for your next 30 years. It doesn't even make sense that after making all the money, you end up using that money to take care of your health. It's not going to end well. So think about it this way. If you take care of yourself now, in the next 30 years, you'll still be strong to enjoy all the luxury. You can go on your vacation and still look very fit. A lot of people wait until they're so old to enjoy life. Plan it ahead of time so that you will have your health intact, so that you'll be able to do so. Okay, let me even give you an example. Most people that drive cars, most times, if you ask them, they will tell you that every 3 months that they are going to the mechanic for their maintenance. The question is, are you checking your health like that? Most people wait until they are carried into the hospital before they start taking their life seriously. So today, I want you to consider your health as a valuable asset and take care of it from your 20s. You need that body in your 40s, you need that body in your 50s, you need that body in your 60s. Three, three, three. Okay, so number three is no one is coming for your rescue. Okay, take responsibility for your life. When you're in your 20s, begin to plan your life. Don't wait until you get to 30 before you realize that your uncle is not going to help you, the government is not going to help you. Just assume that when those help are going to come, let it be an added advantage. What skills have you acquired in your 20s that will help you in your 30s, your 40s? That's the question you should be asking yourself. That's why I said in your 20s are the most transformative years because you can build, put things in order, and then you have less distraction. When you're in your 30s and your 40s, you're probably married and you have family, you have pressure and all of those things. So it's good to know that no one is coming to save you, that you are your own rescue. So that life you want to live, that thing you've dreamt about, it is time you start putting things in order to make that dream come true. It's actually in your hands. And secondly, build when it is easier. So there is this module I have in my Stock to Wealth course program, which is 10,000 naira by the way for you to join and learn. One of the modules is the 300 million naira retirement plan. Okay, I just show you a blueprint of what you can do now that in couple of years time can give you from 100 to 300 million, step by step, well detailed, very easy. That's why I said build your future when it is cheaper. Now you're in your 20s and in your 30s, it is easy for you to put small amounts by the side. This amount can be used to sort out your children's school fees in future. You can be used to give you early retirement, travel to these countries, and at that point, because compound interest has taken place, you make more with little that you have. Talk about number four. Okay, number four is stop caring about what people think about you. A lot of times we are trying to please people to do what they want us to be, and we end up missing the things that we would have loved to do. So have invested. So let's look at it that way. You cannot hold back to what has happened to you, but you can control your future. So why don't you think about it like this? Think of what you can control, which is your future and not your past. Your past cannot define your future. Mistakes you've done, forgive yourself, move on, learn better ways to do better things that can help you in your future. So that is why I said no one is coming to save you. You are your own rescue. Have that thought in your 20s, and in your 30s, you will definitely thank me. In fact, in the next 1 year, you will be happy you learned this information. Say to you, stop thinking about what people say. Think of how to climb the right mountain. In your 20s, direction is better than speed. What do I mean by that? Where you're going to, the things you want to do are more important than getting there fast. So you see someone drive off the road and the person is heading to nowhere and the person is on top speed. You would keep moving to the wrong places, trying and error and all those kind of things, and you end up coming back and getting burnt out. When you have direction, it may take you 2 years, it may take you 3 years to find the right direction, but when you do find the right direction, heading to the right direction will be the best thing you can ever do for yourself. So take your time, find what you love. You don't need to copy your friend who is doing well. Find out what it is that you want to do in life. Ask yourself, how much do I desire? How much do I want to be earning? What kind of things do I love to do? How can I get started? And then you start making the right decision, and they will lead you to getting into your 30s at peace. And not just that, you know you're doing the right thing, and you don't have to stress about a lot of things. So that is the fourth thing I need you to know. All right, let's talk about the very last one, which is the fifth mistake to avoid in your 20s. And that mistake is carrying every friend along. So I call it doing a yearly audit of friends. What does that mean? It means that every year, as the year is ending, take a time, some moment and look through all the people that were close to you, they were your friends. Look at what value they added to your life and look at those that didn't add value. Where did you spend the lot of your time that you didn't want to spend time? Where would you like to spend more time? Who are the people you need to meet that will lead you to do the right thing? So when you change your circle by narrowing down to look at the people who are going in your direction, it gives room for networking, it gives room for collaboration, it gives room for betting new ideas, it gives room for you doing more things that you would love to do. Because in that circle, you meet people that are your kind of people, going to the direction you would love to. Sometimes you sit down and you see somebody and like, I wish this person is my friend. So the question is, what are you doing to make that a possibility or make that come to reality? When you do a friend audit, it will help you to spend less time with people who waste your time or who do things that will not help you in future. The earlier you get it together, the better it will be for you. Now, at this point, I want to drop a bonus, but before I do that, have you liked this video? Please drop a comment and tell me which point was striking for you. I know you may not be in your 20s as you're watching this video, but tell me one thing that you wish you had known in your 20s. But if you're in your 20s and this video is speaking to you, please let me know which one you enjoyed the most. Now, let's go to the bonus point, and that is, don't make mistake of becoming great at something you hate. Yeah, sometimes we do something for the longest, and that is not what we want to do. So the last one I'm going to say as I wrap up this video is, be careful of the things you tell yourself. What kind of things do you say to yourself? A lot of people tell themselves things like, I have missed it in life, I'm not going to ever make it, and it's over. And when opportunities come, those doubts, fears, and everything are your biggest demon. They will come and position and start fighting. You know your life is already over. Why do you want to go and do this? So please, if you're in your 20s, I do hope that you learned one or two things. Some of the lessons, may have resonated with you, and I can't wait to hear from you down in the comment section. And thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.